Getting money since I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then he with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Houston Texans. Fairbairn now to kick this one away.
Let's go, folks. Wait, set. 380.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Wait, we hit.
Brady now on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate, but that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Watson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Check 49, check 49. 20 points down, he's coming. Line him up. Line him up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kiki QT, 76 yards. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Texans 7, Patriots nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Wait, set. Wait, Eddie. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that. Alpha. Set.
Brady. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Go stand there.
Throwing now is Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now Brady. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
After the run, Watson going to throw. Completion left side to Miller. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Watson on first down. Able to get away. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Watson going to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. 7 yards on the touchdown run. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Texans 14, Patriots nothing. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Patriots take over the first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Point to the end. Showing up. 72.
From the gun, it's Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. On 2nd down, it's White. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Looking to go back to Thomas again. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know he ain't got it. Hey, 66. Hey, turn it up, turn it up. Let's switch. Mike 41. You got to wake that.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So it wasn't the line that jumped that time, the 2nd level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right.
Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Now this time he'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And there, once he's outside of the pocket and doesn't see anything, very smart play to just throw it away. That was only first down. He's got a few more shots maybe. He can take it in the end zone.
An incomplete pass on first down. Here's second, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans will extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Patriots nothing. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Typically down in the first half, I might say, they at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it. And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They go play action here on first down. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they will score a pick. It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Houston Texans. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. On first down, Watson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there on the first play of the game. 55 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of...
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head. Before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At their 48-yard line.
Here we go. You set? Good team running. Good team running. Keep it up, guys.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
41's the mic. Check tight, check tight. Check tight. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. I got him. 41 Mike. Short. Right here. 41 Mike. 41's the mic.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Jackson hit and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, 5. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Rip left, rip left.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Forced out to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On second down now, it's Miller. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out.
Mike.
19. Watch your slap, watch your slap. Watch your slap.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Flushed out right. He made, but I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Ready?
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Check the ball, try. Mike 55, Mike 55. Come on.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 34 for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a bit. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own. And to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Watson with a give to Miller. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Let's make these big. Check. 55 to Mike. Check.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Crunch time, defense. That's it.
They go play action now. Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Trying to improvise. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their route.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT, 28 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Caught right side, it's Snead. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson on the move to his left. He's got the ball, comes out, and the Texans scoop it. That's it for the first half. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And the 3rd quarter starts with a run by Ingram. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 71 yards. And the Ravens have cut it to it in a score. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
This is it. 19. 54.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And again, I feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Watson. Throw left side complete to QT. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Here's Miller. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. It's kind of an interesting decision. 1-score game, 3rd quarter. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm willing to go out on the limb on this one and go for it. And here's why. If I set it up right now and go get the touchdown, I'm in firm control of this ball game, and my team has a ton of confidence. If I don't get it, hey, I rely on my defense. And if somehow they go downfield on me and score, so be it. I want to be in control and in firm control right now.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chris Wormley, and the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. A breakdown by the O-line at the worst possible time. 4th and goal, and it leads to a sack.
I can just see it now. On the sidelines, they're telling the quarterback, you've got to get rid of it somehow, some way. At least get it in the end zone and give us a chance. If we throw an interception, so what? A sack? We didn't even have a chance.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Snead's got it. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
2nd and 2 at the Texans' 33-yard line.
Ingram at tailback. He's got it running left. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
4th down, here's Jackson. And he's got Snead. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. 41's coming. 41's a must.
Second down and goal. Jackson got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Let's go now. Henry. Watching you fire. Army. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Let's go. Time to end it. Check 55 for Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. Let him roll. West. Kill. Mike 55. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Here we go again. Here we go. Mike 55.
Here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. And now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike 41. We got to wedge that, huh? Hey, defense.
And the blitz does come. He gets it to Brown. Complete. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Throwing now is Jackson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for Seth Roberts. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 34. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow. Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one. And to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head and when you ever overstated. Your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on. Come on. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Till the risk I was never at the end. I would never get
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch 'cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit. I got the...
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Houston Texans. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set, ready. 18 Gator, 18 Gator. Let's go. Come on.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. He's got a 1st down past the 30, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
He don't want it.
Now it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had to tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. That's caught inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way, just reached up and pulled it in, had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd down, it's Miller. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Chazette, you're 18. Oh, here we go.
Out of the pistol look, it's Miller. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
My 40. You better be afraid.
Here we go on 4th. Watson being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble, but all is well. 1st down. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. It's probably Probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let him know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. The kick by Fairbairn is good. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
It's out.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. 23 yards on the play. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Jackson to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Switch. Back 50.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson eluding the pressure right, and incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Single slot.
third down. Jackson. He may try and it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Look at the spin. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Now it's Watson. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On 1st down, it's Ingram. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to run with Ingram. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. One man in the backfield, that's Ingram on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram. As the first half is winding down, and the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on 1st down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Miller. But he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Here's Jackson. A final shot before break. And avoids the contact by sliding. So, due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. Accelerating, and off he goes. And it's a touchdown. Kiki QT. 105 yards, and the Texans have retaken the lead. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now Jackson. He's got room to run past the 20. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 33 as we ironically approach 3:33 remaining in the quarter. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And a loose football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and goal at the 18.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. It's a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Willie Snead, 75 yards, and the Ravens draw a bit closer. Tucker with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. This is caught at the 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Texans will extend their lead. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive, with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Jackson now. He's got it to Ingram. Complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Watson looks to throw again. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Watson on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
This will be caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Texans will add on to their lead. So 2nd and goal there from the 1. They go to the air.
And the perfect down to throw the football in this sequence. 2nd down is always kind of that. Do they throw it? Do they run it? They worked it out to perfection on that one by throwing it into the end zone.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Caught by Snead over the middle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he has got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Jackson. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Jackson under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he? Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here's Jackson, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 61 yards, and the Texans will extend their lead. I tell you, Charles, You play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Let's go, baby.
The Ravens take over first and 10. At their own 38-yard line.
Go, D. Let's go.
Now Jackson on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And